Good morning, Mallory. It's Monday. Okay, first order business, punishment. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is either option A, walk into a bird section of a pet store for 5 minutes and don't freak out. Option 2, draw very quickly, very rough sketch. If it takes you more than 10 minutes, you're doing it wrong. Panel, 3 comic strip panel of you as a caricature, where the first one is a bird is attacking you, or several of them, in either pooping or pecking your eyes out, whatever you're afraid of, and you screaming, ah. Second one is the same exact picture, except you, instead of saying ah, says, ah, this is an irrational fear, and I'm just being silly. And the last panel where you're smiling and happy, and there's one little bird on your little fingers and tweeting and singing along, and it's a lot of fun, and you're really enjoying it. So that's your punishment, either A or B. I probably think you're gonna pick B. Okay, next order of business. I'm wearing these because for 2 reasons. One, I am utterly disappointed this is your last actual full day in New York, and second, I love puns. Alright, so those are the way. How I deal with stress. I've had to figure out how to deal with stress from a very young age, because with my Vasovagal syncope, which is a fancy word for saying I faint when I get stressed out, I was a child, so I gotta figure out how to do that. What I do like putting things in the back burner, as you described in your last video, but only when I have to. If I have enough time ahead of time. If I have enough time before the actual event, I like to plan things, get things under my control, actually plan out moment by moment what's going to happen, and that way I'm not surprised with anything. And that way I'm not stressed out because I know that I'm going to land at the airport, and then I'm going to rent a car because I have a reservation already, and I don't leave for another 4 months. So that's that's how my mind works. If I'm in a situation that is so big that I can't even mentally comprehend it because it's too stressful, is like, for example, having a child. Let's say if I ever do that, that is all of the things that make me faint in one event, and that does not sound like fun, but ugh. Anyway, what I usually do when a situation's too big for me to handle is that I will use my imagination and pretend that I am in that situation, and to feel all the stress of me being in the situation, and then try to figure out what I would do, and try to calm down, and try to figure out what I would do, and try to calm down. And then, if I couldn't, because I usually can't, because it's too big of a situation for me to handle, I will then open my eyes and be like, okay, alright, I'm home, okay, everything's fine, okay. And then when I feel brave and powerful and strong enough and motivated enough, I'll go back to my imagination, place of me being in this terrible, stressful situation, and I will try again to calm myself down. And that's what I do when I have, like, a long time before my very bad event happens. Or stressful event. Not bad, but stressful. Those are the things I do. I did have my brother for fun. I asked him what he does, since he's like, stress, what's that? And he said that he picks the things that he loves to do as a priority. So he's like, okay, my priority is this. Everything else doesn't matter. And so and the reason why is because he says that if he makes plans, he loses the opportunity that would have come his way had he not made plans. Which I can understand. Okay, so those are your punishments. I'm wearing a hat. Those how I deal with stress. And enjoy your last day in New York. And I will see you. Goodbye.